So this is Frank Carr from the Rattlesnakes, and you're watching Morgan Richards interviews. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Here, Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff, backstage at the Fleece music venue here in Bristol. I'm joined now by a man who has been singing blossomed lullabies on his journey to modern ruin. It's of course the one and only Mr. Frank Carter.
How are you?
Hey man, you right?
I'm very well, yeah.
Yeah, how's things?
Things are amazing. So far, so good. Like we've been, I think this is day 6 of our UK tour. We've got every show sold out apart from Wolverhampton. There's like 15 tickets left for Wolves, so that'll go as well. And it's just been, it's been a really, really special tour. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, man.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, of course, Frank, the Rattlesnakes and yourself are all gearing up now for the release of your second studio album, Modern Ruin, due for release on January 27th. You've stated that this body of work is almost hinting towards human relationships and taking that into art forms of music videos you've put out so far. How did you really end up on this route for the main focus? Because Blossom seemed to hit a whole lot of different agendas throughout.
Yeah, I mean, Blossom was mostly about loss, and Ruin is definitely about it's about human relationship. It's about our relationships with our friends, our family, our enemies, our strangers, people we haven't met yet. And it's about those relationships as active roles and passive roles, and being a spectator and being involved. So for me, like, what happened was I was I was writing these songs, and at the time I was, the news was mostly about this war that we were in, and I was watching the kind of incessant bombing of innocent civilians, and how they were leaving their war-torn homes and looking for refuge, and they were going to countries that had been bombing them and looking for help, and they were being turned away. And that kind of, it really resonated with me, because it felt very much like I was doing that to my family and my friends. And it took a little while for me to truly get to terms with that, but once I did, the record kind of just wrote itself. And still a fair amount of reparations I have to make in order to get that situation right, and I'm trying my hardest, but life is complicated, we are all very complicated people, and relationships are one of the toughest parts of it. They can be incredible and they can be damaging, and it depends which one you're in and who you're in it with, and but the most important relationship we have is with ourselves, and I feel like I've done a lot of growing in the past year, and that's all kind of in this record. So
yeah, okay, well, fair enough. And musically, with the singles you've dropped so far, there's hints of a lot more diversity already. Is that something we can really expect this time around, showcasing your ability as a whole with various styles and not being afraid to maybe step out of your comfort zone from time to time?
Yeah, I mean, I think stepping out of your comfort zone is everything. It's the most important part of being an artist. You need to be challenging yourself constantly, all the time. Otherwise, what are you doing? What's the point? And for me, that's what drives me to make, is to constantly get better and to make to impress myself, to be like, wow, I made that, and now I need to make something better than that. I'm a very competitive person, and probably mostly towards myself. I'm my harshest critic. But yeah, if you're not trying to challenge yourself, then what are you doing? Really, you're just getting in the way. So.
And would you really say that's almost a luxury in some way, with the Rattlesnakes being able to go out and do different things from time to time compared to some of the other bands you've been in the past?
I wouldn't say it's a luxury, because it's as good as it is, it means that we have a lot of cons to go with it, and it's not an easy situation pushing that through. It can be quite draining and quite tough. So, in all honesty, like it just is. It just is one of those things that if you want to work hard and you want to like keep challenging yourself as a performer, then you're gonna have to have all of the things that come with that, and some are good and some are bad. And for every success, there's like 10 failures that have gone before that nobody sees, you know. And it's about making sure that you're able to withstand those failures and kind of take them on the chin and keep focused, not lose your balance, and then find the right time to throw the perfect punch, you know. And that's what I think we've done so well, is we've taken our time. We're not rushing this. We're trying to grow the band very slowly and in our control, because more often than not with rock, I find that like it's very easy for it to just grow completely out of control, like way too fast, and that's something that we just can't have, you know.
Okay, well, fair enough. And you and Dan, the guitarist, are the main songwriters for the band, going back and forth with ideas. But I actually understand that for the first time on this record, there's actually a track where it's just you on guitar and singing, recorded, and just all done by yourself.
Yeah, there is, and it's like it's the first song on the album, and it's all about my dog. And it was just like, yeah, it just made sense. It was like a little song that I wrote that I really felt like I needed to. I was learning to play guitar, and I'm still learning, you know. It's going to be a long time before I ever play that song live, put it that way. But I just about managed to get it right on the record, and it was a real milestone for me, because it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to, you know, I've been in music a long time, and I can write songs, but I've only ever been able to write songs with the help of other people, and this was the first song I've ever written. My first song, most people's first songs, they don't remember them because they've happened a long time ago. Like, it just so happened that this was the first song I've ever written, all the music for and all the lyrics. So I played it and sang it and recorded it, and it was a great experience. One that I'm not keen to do again anytime soon, but it was a special moment.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, well, can't wait to hear it. And Frank, just a couple more quick things now before you go. In reality, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes have only been around for less than 2 years now, and you've been very humble with everything the band has achieved, especially finally getting to the main stage of Reading and Leeds Festival for the first time in your career. In that time, is this the most surreal you've ever felt while making music, with just how fast and well everything has taken off?
Yeah, it's madness. This shouldn't happen to a band, you know. Like, it feels from the outside, I guess it looks and it feels like this is happening very quickly for us, and in some respect it is. But obviously, you know, Dean has played in bands for years and years. I have played in bands for decades. Like, we've been doing this for a long time. We've wanted this for a long time. It just feels like now we've got the right people, we've got the right songs, we've got the right attitude, and we really have a strong understanding and a good appreciation of what we have, and we have a respect for music that we never had before. And so now it's all about making sure we don't put a foot wrong. So yeah, it's definitely the most surreal moment of my life. It's like even just being 32 and like still having this as like my job, it's amazing. I feel incredibly lucky.
Okay. And one more thing I wanted to mention to you is, of course, live as of late, you've been wearing this beautiful suit for the past year. Of course, you're not wearing it now.
No.
But I do feel there's some story behind it from where you got it from.
Yeah, well, I wanted something to change up the way I performed, and I felt like a suit would kind of make me feel pretty uncomfortable and kind of limit what I could do on stage. That's what I thought. I found this suit and I just thought it was beautiful, and it was, you know, fairly expensive, and I just felt like it would, if I spent some money on it, it would mean that I would like look after it well and not probably like dive off things all the time, and it would be more about the music. The complete opposite happened. Like, it is total battle armor now. It's like my warrior suit that I put on, and And what happened was like it gave me this really good cut off, because before I would just be in my jeans and t-shirt and I would go and play and I would come off soaked and I'd try and dry them out overnight and then I'd just put them on in the morning. And it was, you know, it's just like there was no distinction between like off stage and on stage. Now there's very much a distinction in the character. When I put the suit on, I feel rock and roll. Do you know what I mean? Like it gives me a confidence that I don't have normally, and it makes me feel really good. I feel like super fucking handsome in it. So I'm just like, so why not? Like you know, it's good for that anyway. So, but yeah, it was always about trying to find a different way to perform, and in getting something as simple as a uniform almost, it's given me that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. And of course, with all of that, now you're just going to be continuing getting everything ready for the release of the record now in January. But what else can we expect from you and the Rattlesnakes now in the very near future?
Moden Ruin comes out January 27th, and we're going to be just, you know, touring as much as we can before and after that. We're going to Australia before the year's out, and then next year, I think January is mostly going to be focusing on getting the album out. February is going to be trying to tour in Europe, and in March we're coming back to the UK. We'll be playing Cardiff at the Globe, and then we'll just be touring up and down the country. So for the most part, it's just being on the road, touring as much as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers, Frank, for taking time up to have a quick chat with me.
Thank you very much for having me.
And no worries. Best luck now with the release of the record, and hopefully catch up with you again very soon.
Definitely. Cheers, man.
Cheers.